What's going on, guys? I'm Bill and welcome to Bill's How To. Today I'm going to show you guys how to fix a dropped or sagged ceiling. Let's get straight into it, guys. Let's do this. Alright guys, so we've got a dropped ceiling here. You can see if you follow that cornice line, it's really high up here and then it dips down. What we've got here is a garage ceiling. So there are a couple of things that we need to keep in mind. Number one, is there water damage that's caused the ceiling to drop down? There's no yellowing on the ceiling here, and I've had a quick look at the roof tiles. Everything's intact, nice and dry. The second thing is, because we're working in a garage, most of the time there's no insulation in the garage area because that's not considered a living area. And what happens is, over winter and summer, it really contracts and expands a lot on that glue, and then the glue simply gives way. So in this particular case here, I'm pretty sure it's a glue issue. We're going to jump up in the roof and quickly check, but we've got a very big dip here. Couple screws still holding the ceiling in location. So we're up in the roof now and it's exactly as I expected. If we have a look at the back here, there's actually no glue to support the sheets up against the joists. Now, the issue that we're having here is there's obviously been a screw installed right at the end, but the screws and nails are only temporary fixings. They're only designed to hold the sheet in place until the adhesive actually sets. So what we're going to do here is apply some new stud adhesive on the bottom there, and this is a really tight area. Usually you could go in through the roof tiles to make it a little bit easier. We've got a pergola on the backside there, so I'm not going to get up on the roof in this case. I'm going to use an extension pole. We're simply going to put some glue, which we've got right here. So the adhesive that we're using here is this stud adhesive. This one here is designed for plaster and cement boards to adhere to timber and metal frames. It's blue in color, so there's no way you can miss it. Dab a little bit of that glue on one of my old scrapers because you definitely don't want to use a new one. We'll extend that pole out and we're going to apply that glue right underneath, just like that. So we're going to repeat that process all the way around, making sure to be liberal with the adhesive so that we don't have to ever come back and do this again. If it's a little bit further away, we can extend this one here out, and we're going to go hard up against the back there. And we're just going to repeat that process all the way throughout here. This stud adhesive here will take a bit of time for it to start to set, so we've got plenty of time. So we're just going to repeat this process all throughout, making sure we've got plenty of glue. Then we're going to go downstairs and re-secure everything. So now we've got the glue ready to go. What we're going to do is push up this ceiling here so that we can actually secure it. Now there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. You can use pieces of timber to prop things up and put a plate up on top. The best way that I've found is by using these sheet lifters here. So these sheet lifters are surprisingly very cheap. They're just very hard to get your hands on. So I've got a couple of them here. They extend out to about 3 meters, which is usually sufficient. But in this case here, it's actually a lot higher than that. We've got almost 3, probably just over. So we're just a little bit short. I'm going to be using the buckets as well for a bit of support or a bit of extra extension. And because we've got the roller door here, it also doesn't help. We have to go on a bit of an angle. So simply prop this one here up. I'll pull up on this bucket, and we need to go on a bit of an angle here. So I'll quickly kick this over just a little bit. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways that you can do it. The whole point here is to simply push it up. And remembering we've got our timber running up along this direction here, we can use these nails that are popped out as a reference point. So we'll push this one here and then we'll start simply pumping it. You can see that it's starting to go up. I'm going to quickly set up the next one. We want to do it gradually so that we don't cause anything else to pop or any of the screws need to be patched. Clean that one, extend that one. If I can find these online somewhere, I'll try link some in the description, but these ones here are generally pretty hard to find. Hopefully that should do it there. But these make your life so much easier, especially if you're working on your own. We'll set up one more, and then I'll pump them all up so that everything's going up nice and consistent and flat. We'll have a look at that ceiling. We've got a slight little bow now. We just need to pop that up a little bit more. Alright, so once we've got the ceiling in position, you want to simply take some screws and just reattach those. You don't want to sink it in too far, and we're going to try and space them just a little bit closer to each other. That way the glue will have plenty of support until it's completely set. But these ones here might be in the way just slightly. And we're just going to continue along, even go back a little bit further than where the actual crease was, because we know this section here was still attached. So we're just going to go back maybe another 30 centimeters or so. Alright, so we're going to continue along, screw every single one of these sections here into the timber, and then we can remove our support. So I'm going to quickly go through, screw all of these ones here, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like as we're bringing everything down. So once you've got all the screws in, you can then remove your stands or your lifters. You want to just take that down slowly because we're still waiting for the glue to set. Once again, these screws are just a temporary fixing. Once we've got that out of the way, we can fill in one more screw hole right where that foot was. We're going to do the same thing over here. Lucky last one. Alright, so now we've got that completely secured. We've got the glue installed. These screws here are pretty much overkill at the moment, but this is going to make sure that we're never going to have to return back to this job. So once the glue's set, everything's all ready to go. What we're going to do now is quickly scrape this area here, patch it, and then paint it. Now, if you don't know how to patch and paint, I suggest you check out my other videos, because I've got 100 other videos on how to patch and paint. You guys can check that out, in-depth reviews on exactly how to do that step by step. But this here is how to fix a dropped or sagged ceiling. Hopefully this video is going to help you guys out and save you a lot of money. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching Billshowto.